ladies and gentlemen, or as
That's
I
it!
like to say, friends, welcome Opal.
My dick pic is very assertive.
Dick thing.
Yeah, it's a term for a hungry bottom in the gay community, and apparently that's not common knowledge, but meh.
We're here for it.
My squeaky toy is a pig.
Oh, okay.
So it is on stage, it is my pig.
Got it.
Which is a reference again to a hungry bottom in the gay community. A dick
Oh,
pig.
okay. Got it.
Now, the more you know.
We're an education show.
Yeah, hi kids. Right in the front.
67101.
I see you lost a 12-year-old now, right? Yeah.
That needs to be your next flag.
Yeah.
67101.
So new.
Why not? This way.
Are they really mine?
Never mind.
Who has alcohol? You can't all be minors.
The one with the tattoos is not right.
That doesn't mean shit,
No, it
let me
does
tell
not.
you.
Oh, really?
Not in
As
Texas,
someone who
though.
has 60 hours of tattoo work, I guarantee I had tattoos before it was fucking legal. Also, you can get tattooed at 18, you can't drink until 21.
I've never gotten any tattoos because I know the minute I do, I will need $10,000 to get the rest of these tattoos.
I have one.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, I forget that you do.
I have one tattoo. It's right here.
Is it the one that says your name?
It's the, is anybody familiar with the musical Hedwig and the Angry Inch? It's the origin of love faces.
The only tattoo I've actually conceived of is getting both of my butt cheeks tattooed like giant wide open eyeballs. So that way when I move people, it looks like there's eyes looking over something.
Was this why you were still drinking?
Yeah.
Ah.
I will point out white tattooing does not stay well, just so you know. Eyeballs, bad plan.
You sound
almost
like you speak
completely
from
bloodshot.
experience.
Yes. Again, 60 hours of tattoo work.
Unless they're almost completely bloodshot. Or red.
Bloodshot eyes is not a bad idea, yeah. And then it works for impact play too, yeah.
I have no tattoos.
We are so surprised by that, Richard.
That is shot well.
No, the reason I
Is
would.
it so you can be buried in
The
the
Jewish man in your age range has no tattoos. Shock.
Well, so the deal is that my father asked me, he said, please don't get tattooed. And literally he asked 3 things of me in my life. He said, don't date actresses.
Fail.
Fail. I did a lot of that. I've done a lot. We'll still do a lot of that. Don't be a television agent, which is what he did, but I've almost done that. And don't get tattooed. And I was like, one out of 3 I can do. I think, yeah.
My parents think that I look, well, my mother thinks that I look like I went to prison. That's fine. I haven't yet.
Yeah.
Keyword there.
So, we don't have.
Why don't you buy us one?
Yeah.
About $600.
There's also seats up here too.
And if you can't hear, you can also sit up in the second row here. Yeah, there's lots of space. Yeah, all right.
She'll lose her diaphragm. This is not it.
It's funnier when.
Yeah, it's yeah. Well, she'll lose her diaphragm.
All right.
Do it.
Can we bring him up?
Yeah, sure.
All right, come on up.
We're bringing another special guest up. Welcome, Brad Torres. Anybody remember the new Tribesman?
Yes.
2 people.
I've been told that they have a 2-year memory for acts.
Yeah.
People have been doing this for 25 years.
Well, when we go back to Southern California Fair, where we were once a huge act, and people are like, it's like starting over. Well, welcome.
This is Brad, everyone.
Yay! You'll be more excited later when we're doing some improv.
Yeah.
There you go. Is there anybody, by show of hands, who here has never seen a Sound and Fury show before? That's us. Wow, good luck. And who here is seeing us for the very first time? Mostly the same people.
And bit of a Sunday fun day, huh?
Well, for those of you who've never seen us before, I'm Richard.
I'm Clayton.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Opal.
And I'm Brad Torres.
And
Together
together
we are Richard.
Clayton, Ryan, Opal.
Why can't we be Sound and Fury and friends? I just want to do it one time.
Oh, okay. And together we are Sound and Fury and Friends. The only thing weirder than people coming up to us in the streets and going, penis, is when they come up and they go, Sound and Fury!
Happens a lot, and then I have to be careful I'm not holding an open drink.
Yeah. Cool. Hi, kids. Welcome to the show. Where are your parents? Leave.
Go away.
This is a filthy show, madam. Like really, really dirty.
And we're improvising too, so we can't control ourselves.
Yeah. There's no filter. Kids, time to go.
The sign that Opal is holding is what we call an understatement.
Yeah.
At least.
Clap for good parenting.
Come back next week into our kids show, Rumble Foreskin.
No. They don't let us do that show anymore. It was a very touching show, though.
Oh yeah.
Emotionally. Mostly. Anyway. All right. Shall we start with the narrative?
Yeah, what do we do?
All right.
Anything to warm up?
Let's
I don't know. We could like limericks or stories, or we could do jokes, or we could
BS.
We could do.
just do something narrative.
Stories.
We want to do.
Minutes
We can do story time. Do you want to do embarrassing
Do
stories?
you guys want do you want to play a game? Do you want to see a scene, or do you want to hear some stories?
Stories.
Like civilized heathens. All in favor of game? All in favor of stories? All in favor of scene? Thank you.
Farewell.
Would you like entertainer stories, like our craziest entertainment stories, or would you like an embarrassing story? All those in favor of it? All those in favor of entertainment?
Yeah.
Woo! Embarrassing. Normal embarrassing or sexy embarrassing? Normal embarrassing?
Sexy.
Normal embarrassing? Sexy embarrassing.
I gotta think of one.
Once upon a time, I was married. Turns out, not my forte. At the time, my ex-husband and I were cohabitating with my mother for a variety of reasons. She came home from work one day, and on her way home, she stopped at a particular fast food restaurant, Sonic to be specific, for dinner. She came in the house, and she heard noises that she thought was my cat in trouble. She opened the door to mine and my husband's apartment to find him on top of me mid-coitus. She screamed an apology, slammed the door. My ex and I did the only thing that one can do in that situation while staying sane, laugh and separate. Afterwards, I went to go check on my 65-year-old mother. But always telling this story, I love that we managed to just gloss over the fact that my sex noises could be mistaken for a cat in distress.
Does this mean you weren't doing the doggy style?
It definitely. So we take a moment, we compose ourselves. I throw on some clothes. I go to check on my, at the time, 65-year-old mother, who I am quite convinced I have just given a heart attack. In the interim, she's eaten her dinner and has moved on to her dessert. We have a heartfelt conversation about respecting boundaries and privacy and the virtues of locking doors. All the while, she is eating her dessert, which is an ice cream cone. And I am post-coitus and parched. So I am staring, I am eyeballing this ice cream cone in envy. And she sees me staring at this ice cream cone in envy, and she says, "Oh, would you like some?" and holds it out, and then without missing a beat says, "Wait, no, I don't know where that mouth has been. Go get a spoon." she was right.
Seems like she knew exactly where that mouth was at.
That's right.
There was a moment where you're like, the only thing that two people would do in that circumstance, you said separate. I was like, finish.
Same.
Finish and laugh. Yeah. Okay, so I really love to travel. I love to travel a lot. I've been to a lot of foreign countries, and the first time I went to India was in 2016. I went there to get certified to teach yoga in Rishikesh. It was an incredible experience. I drove from New York to Los Angeles. I worked in New York, I worked in Los Angeles. I had the flight from Los Angeles. I made a silly mistake. I didn't go to the gym for like 4 months. I'm a bit of a fitness guy. I personal train in my free time. I haven't been to the gym in months. I get into the gym the day I get back after driving for 3 days nonstop across the continent. And I go, I'll just load this up with 185 pounds and start pumping out some squats. And then I snapped something in my back, my quadratus femorum. So I laid on the bed for 3 days. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get on a plane, fly 16 hours to India, and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna learn yoga, right? So I'm in agonizing pain. Like literally, I have never been this much in pain in my entire life. I could barely move, but I managed to get on the plane. And as much as I love to travel, I despise planes. I loathe them, especially turbulence. Turbulence unsettles me in a way that I cannot describe. So I'm on this plane, and it's Air China, I think, and they're like, all right, on this flight, we're gonna have free drinks, and blah, 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 and I had given up drinking about 5 years before. And I'm like, well, no fun for me. The guy next to me had no compunctions. And I'm all the way in the back of the plane, last row on the entire plane, and I don't know if you know anything about planes, but the front of the plane is the best place to be if you don't like turbulence. It's also the most expensive place to be in a plane, obviously. So I'm all the way in the back, you know, with the low wage earners. And I am sitting there next to this guy who is like, by the time we take off, he's on his 5th beer. He's just like putting them away, he's having a grand old time. And we get just outside of Los Angeles, probably an hour into the plane, and the pilot's like,
ladies and gentlemen, there we're expecting some turbulence. Just buckle up and make sure to take those
and I was like, okay, a little turbulence. I can handle that. I've been through this before. 1 hour into a 16-hour flight where there are free drinks. Those are very important details. So, for the next 2 hours, this 747 has been put into a 747-sized paint shaker. I have never experienced turbulence like this in my entire life, and I have flown all over the world. This plane was literally like for 2 solid hours, and I cannot tell you how many times I found Christ, Beelzebub, Zeus, literally anybody that was listening. I was so in tune with the greater powers that be, and I was sweating and shaking and ready to throw up, and like my fingers are still indented in those seats. And the guy next to me, 0 problems. Drunk as a skunk. Completely blotto. He was sleeping. And the people in front of me had a similar idea. Because after things finally settled down, the plane smoothed out, and they turned out the lights. I'm like, oh, thank God. And they go, oh, God. I'm like, what? Oh, God. And I can see, like, I'm against the window, and I can look, and I can see this woman's head, like, moving like this. And I'm like, oh, no. And she's like, oh, yes. Oh, yes. So I proceeded to do the only sensible thing that a man can do when he has come close to death. 36,000 feet in the air. I came as close to death as I could while they were coming close to death as they could.
That whole story was like, how is this going to turn into
Almost a shaggy dog. Yeah. All right. I don't really have.
Well, you could just pass if you don't want one.
I don't really have a what? Do we have a sexy, embarrassing story? Is that?
I was just wondering if you could do the seat by seat story.
we should finish with that one though.
All right, we'll finish with that. It's not technically my. It was a story told me. It's not about me, but we'll finish with that.
Finish with
All right,
that.
Brad.
Brad, you want to go? Okay. Oh, I don't know this story, so
You absolutely do.
I don't know this story.
Wait a minute.
Hi, is this the Brad the music Brad?
Yeah.
Oh, music Brad! Oh,
If you live in Houston, Brad and I have a weekly show at Darwin's Pub. On
It
Raw.
is amazing.
It's called Jukebox Trainwreck. We do nothing but requests, but we do every request, even if we don't know the song.
2 weeks ago, I watched Ryan do a country fried version of WAP. I watched Brad do Rainbow Connection a la Prince, as in like Purple Rain, but Rainbow. It's brilliant, brilliant. Best live music in Houston.
Last week we did Love Shack as two refined British gentlemen. That was fun.
That
Was
we
there a
did.
lot of them?
You mean as ourselves?
Yes, right. And a little known place.
I have to say, the only embarrassing sexual story I have already told on this stage before.
Yeah, we have a lot of new people. So.
Yeah. All right. So, I was dating a woman who was around 30, 31, and I was 20, 21, which is, as you know, a disgusting age. She had 2 very young children. I did not, and realized before it gets too serious, I should probably put a pin in this if I don't think it's going anywhere. I thought we were in 2 different places, so I realized I need to just do the right thing and tell her I think this is not going to work out. Now, that said, it was also a long distance relationship. Long distance. She lived about 45 minutes away from me. But I am notoriously bad with directions. So I had, and this will tell you what era this is. I had the printed out directions from MapQuest. How to get to my then girlfriend's house. And I got about 90% of the way there and got lost. And I had to call her, and I was very embarrassed because I already knew I was going to end the relationship, and I had to call her to come and get me. So she came and she met me in the parking lot of a Walgreens that was about 5-10 minutes away from a place. And I said, internally I said, okay, this might be the opportunity to end things. And she was of a different opinion and wanted very rapidly to bring me back to her place. So I said, okay, fine. I am a young 20-something. I will indulge in this behavior. So I go back to her place, and before I know it, we have done the deed, and then I realize, oh shit, I'm supposed to break up with her. And so in that moment, I say, okay, no, now I need to do the right thing before anything gets too far gone. And so I tell her, hey, I don't think things are going to work out between us. And she starts crying. And I say, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And she's like, no, it's not you, it's me. And internally, I'm thinking, how could that be possible? I disagree wholeheartedly. But something in my mind at that moment broke. And I thought, what all can I get away with? No. This is the correct response to my behavior as an early 20-year-old. And so I said, hey, how about a back rub? So no, absolutely correct. So she gives me a back rub and we're talking about our relationship and everything. I explain my position and she agrees. We're in two different places. And I tell her, at the time, I feel very bad that we have been physical with one another when I already realized that the relationship wasn't going anywhere. She was like, no, it's not you, it's me. And I was like, no, that's not right. That's not right. And so on my way out, she stops me and she says, well, because this is what mature people do, she says, oh, well, we had planned on spending the entire weekend together. Do you really have to leave? She was literally that far above me in maturity that she was like, oh, yes, I understand the relationship's over, but we can still have a nice weekend together. And I said, no, I've already promised my friends that I'm going to GM a game of Dungeons and Dragons. So I have to leave to go home to do that. And then some insidious little worm in my brain got the better of me. Ryan's leaving because he already knows this story. And I thought, what's the worst thing I could do in this situation? And so I say, come here, bring it in. Bring it, let's have a nice hug.
Brad!
And as I'm hugging her, and I knew at the moment no one would believe me, so I pulled out my phone and recorded a voice note.
Oh.
I said, hey, before I leave, just want to tell you something. In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others from around the world in the largest aerial assault of all mankind. Mankind, that word should have new... And I did the entire Independence Day speech. There was a long pause. She didn't say anything.
Yeah.
She didn't say anything. There's a long pause. I still have the phone recording. And I say, that was from Independence Day. And she says, I know. And then I left. But right before I left, as I was walking out the front door, I gave her another embrace. And I said, I'm sorry things couldn't work out. You're very lovely, and I wish you all the best. And then I pointed behind her at a case of Dr. Pepper, and I said, can I have one of those? And that is my most embarrassing sexual.
And he's single, can you believe it?
I hate 21-year-old Brad.
Hey, me too.
Okay, but do you also hate 21-year-old Ryan?
Oh, very much.
Cool,
So.
because I hate 21-year-old
21-year-old Ryan was in an abusive relationship with a horrible woman who didn't know how to leave. We'll talk about that later. Not later, on stage. Okay.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. Here's my embarrassing story. We used to go to Canada every year on tour, and there was a girl up in Canada who I had a very intense connection with. But the first year I was up there, she was with a really shitty boyfriend. Next year I come back, she's single. Oh, cool. We're walking. We go for a walk one night, and we're like, the tension is palpable. We walk down to City Hall, the City Hall in Winnipeg. And we're walking around, we're looking at like the giant statue of some war hero dude. I don't know, it's Canada, I don't give a shit. And then eventually the tension breaks and we can't wait any longer and we have sex on the statue. And we get up, we walk up the stairs from the statue, we call a cab, we wait at the little like spot on the road where the cab's supposed to come. While we're waiting, a cop car comes by with its lights on and stops and the two cops get out and they go, evening. And we go, evening? And they go, and they walk down to where the statue is. And the cops come back up and they're holding the empty bottle of Jack Daniels that we had been walking around with and my cowboy hat. The cops go, these yours? Friends, I was wearing a black Western-style pearl snap shirt, black jeans, black cowboy boots, a black Western stitched belt with a big belt buckle. And I looked him in the eyes and said, "No." The cop looks at the hat and looks at me and goes, "Really?" And I go, "No, sir, not mine." And he goes, "Okay." And he goes and he gets in the car and starts it back up. And as they are about to peel out, he rolls the window down and goes, "Just so you guys know, we have cameras on the statue." And then they peel out.
If you go to pornhub.com/.
It's gotta be somewhere. It's gotta be somewhere.
You know it's on X House.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. We've been doing this for almost 20 minutes, so I don't want to tell the extended version of this story. Because we're already losing people who are like getting up and leaving. All right, well, I don't know. You guys in for it? Yeah! All right, admittedly, it is a good story. I've been telling it for years. All right, so this did not happen to me, but was told to me by a woman I was dating. We've been dating very briefly, but we got to the subject of, hey, what's the worst and best date you've ever been on? And I have no recollection of her best date, but she told me this story. She had met some guy, and I don't remember the situation. It was before online stuff, so I don't remember personals or introduced to him, whatever it was. But she goes out on a first date with this guy, and he apparently is a total gentleman, like the nicest guy, handsome, polite, opens doors for her, brought her flowers, just exactly like storybook first date kind of thing. They get back to her place, he drops her off, he doesn't try anything, they say goodnight, and she goes in the house, she's like, that was really nice. I want to date this guy again, cool. And, she waits to hear from him, and he waits the requisite 2 days, of course, and then calls and says, hey, do you want to go on a second date? She's like, I'm on board, absolutely. So they go out on a second date, and it is basically repeated the first time. Scintillating conversation, he's a total gentleman, they have a great time. They get back to her place, this time, she kisses him or he kisses her, but that's it. He's not trying, he doesn't try to get in, they're not fooling around in the car. It's just this nice date. She goes inside, she's like,
That's very subjective.
this is how she described it to me. That's what I'm saying. She said this was the perfect date, like, yeah, I mean, I'm all for banging on the first date. That's me. So, she gets inside and she's like, this was great. I can't wait for the third date because the third date, traditionally, the sex. So, this time he calls the next morning and he's like, yeah, we good? You're like, yeah, let's get, as soon as possible. They go out on the third date, repeated the first two. Absolutely terrific time. She's having a great time. This time she's like, I'm inviting him in. So they get home, or get back to her place, invites him in. He's like, I'm on board. They go in, they start fooling around. The clothes come off. They move straight on into sex, and they are engaging in the Congress of the Hound, shall we say. And he gets to the moment of absolute pleasure, and he says to her, in this voice, with no preamble or warning,
receive my seed. Receive my seed.
Now apparently, that wasn't his voice the rest of the time. That's where did this come from? So gentlemen, at no time in your life should you ever be saying to someone,
receive my seed.
Like even if you're trying to have kids with someone. Don't do that. So, now guys, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, later tonight you're going to be with your honey, and you're going to be doing stuff, and you're going to say, oh, this will be amusing. I will call back to that show we saw at the Renaissance Festival, and she will laugh. Oh, how she will laugh. No! Don't do it. And ladies and or others, if you're in the other position there, staring at the ceiling, thinking to yourself, please don't say it, please don't say it, please don't say it. I really apologize for that in advance. There you are. That's it. So now,
hold on, some back of the line. Yeah.
that's the back of the line. From you. Well, you waved and you didn't, so don't you. Can I have a noun, please? A person, place, or thing that is not inherently dirty.
Yes, that's what it is.
McDonald's.
McDonald's?
Yeah.
I like my loaders like I like my McDonald's, greasy. I like my loaders like I like my McDonald's, fried.
Sex with me is like McDonald's. It may not be a quality product, but at least it's consistent.
Sex with me is like McDonald's. Billions and billions of concern.
Sex with me is like McDonald's. I look for the arches.
Sex with me is like McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, you're loving it.
Sex with me is like McDonald's, there's 2 all-beef patties.
Sex with me is like McDonald's. Pink slime.
Sex with me is like McDonald's. I promise you can afford it.
Sex with me is like McDonald's. Supersize me.
Sex with me is like McDonald's. With the right order, you'll get a toy.
Sex with me is like McDonald's. It's where people go for employment, but really they go for like spiritual death.
Oral with me is like McDonald's. It's a happy meal.
Sex with me is like McDonald's. There'll be a drive-through.
Sex with me is like McDonald's. You're gonna grimace.
I'm so sorry. This has to happen.
insert yourself?
I have to insert myself. Grimace. When Grimace made his appearance on television in the 1960s, the word G-R-I-M-A-C-E was pronounced in the English language by Americans and Europeans as grimace. And then they introduced this character. And the character Grimace changed how we pronounce the word grimace. Thank you. And also that happened with flaccid, which you now pronounce flaccid.
I say this knowing full well how many comic books and Funko Pops I own. You are a huge nerd.
Also, the same thing happened with data and data because of Star Trek Next Generation.
All right. An update. Sex with me is like McDonald's. You'll grimace.
Do now.
Hello, one of my horny creatures right here. Person, place, or thing. You have 2 brains. You can definitely come up with 1 noun. Really? All right. We will go a different direction. Know me, friend. A noun.
Teacher!
Teacher.
Sex with me is like teacher. You're gonna learn a lot.
Me a little.
Sex with me is like a teacher. I'm a teacher.
My lovers are like teachers. Underpaid.
Sex with me is like a teacher. I am grading you.
I like my lovers like I like my teachers. I drop out.
Sex with me is like a teacher. I expect C's.
Sex with me is like a teacher. I'll give you an apple a day.
And what's
I like my lovers like I like my teacher with a firm ruler.
Kinky sex with me is like a teacher. There's suspension.
Nope, it's gone. It's the mimosa. Sorry, friends.
I knew now.
Sex with me is like a teacher. You'll take the D and you'll like it.
Twin cities, oh my god. Sex, so let's give me a noun that's not sexual in nature. Non-sexual in nature. Bumblebee, we have bumblebee.
Bumblebee?
Bumblebee.
Sex with me is like a bumblebee. There is going to be some buzz.
Sex with me is like a bumblebee, completely harmless.
I like my lovers like I love non-bumblebees, honey.
Sex with me is like a bumblebee, almost endangered.
Almost being the operative word.
Sex with me is like a bumblebee. You'll think it's not physically possible to fly, but we'll make it work.
I like my lovers like I like my bumblebees fuzzy.
I can only sting once.
There's something there. There's something there.
Yeah.
Sex with me is like a bumblebee. I'll spit in your mouth.
Why do I visualize it now? I'm watching Brad have sex.
From this section of the audience, I would like an occupation, please. Pianist.
I like my lovers like I like my pianists tuned up.
I like my lovers like I like my pianists. Brad.
I like my pianists grand.
Like my lovers like I like a pianist. I prefer an organ.
I like my lovers like I like my pianists. There's gonna be a Chopin list involved. Chopin.
Sex with me is like a pianist. I'm quite skilled with my fingers.
You hit the right key.
Sex with me is like a pianist, often on the roads.
I like my lovers like I like my pianists upright.
We got a mug over here.
Brad, do I have your consent?
Yeah.
Sex with Brad and I is like a piano. We tickle the average, but we're both voting the major D.
Are you guys a tag team now?
No, but they both worked on my album, so.
That makes them a crumble.
How dirty can we go?
All
As
that.
dirty as we want.
Okay. Yep. Sex with me is like a pianist. I try to avoid A flat minor.
All right, let's call it. That's the end of the game.
Almost broken.
Let's do a scene.
Do you want to do a scene without a letter?
Yeah,
Unless you let me do single syllable Shakespeare and do something else as a finale.
we can do that.
We can do.
Yeah,
Oh, we'll do
exactly.
scene in reverse for the finale.
We're expert. Oh, sing first.
Yeah, we said we were gonna do it today.
Single syllable Shakespeare.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Since Okalotney has a few minutes left before she leaves for her show, which she will pitch shortly. We are going to do single syllable Shakespeare. The way it works is we are going to invent a Shakespeare play here on the stage for your entertainment. The actors can only use words of one syllable in length. If they use a word that is longer than one syllable, you will give them the audience buzzer like this. And that actor will step out of that role and another actor will step into that character and continue the scene. Make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Because you guys are theater kids, what's the name of a Shakespeare play that has never been written? Make one up, but that's not a play on other Shakespeare plays. The something and the something. 2 nouns. Or a person's name and a noun. The rose in the dirt. That's
It's
awesome.
the first single syllable Shakespeare I've ever been a part of that we can say the name of. The rose in the dirt are all single syllables. That's
Because
never
most
happened in my
people
time.
sound assholes, and they're like, the sexpentil. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
The sesquippedalian and the hyperpolysyllabic man.
Yeah, exactly. So the rose in the dirt. Okay.
Are you doing this or not?
A hush falls over the audience. The curtain rises. Richard steps out. To screams.
There is a crone, I tell you, who doth live in those woods. She is dark and old and cruel. Oh, cruel is one syllable. Or so I have been told. I have not met her, mine own self, for I fear her. But this is a tale of what she does and has done.
I am the crone of the woods. Who are you?
I am Brad.
Brad, you come to my woods in search of a thing. What be that thing, Brad?
I do, yes. I look for some food to eat.
Food? Food. Food I have none of, but I have a bloom, most rare and fine.
Well, I shall eat your butt.
The bud I offer you is a rose.
Ah, a rose.
Offer.
Offer.
I've already done it. Go ahead, somebody else.
The bud. It's a rose.
Dear Lord, thou dost change form.
'Tis part of life as a crone. Yes. If you take this rope, such grand things will come to you. But if you e'er lose it, or let it die, dark times will come to you.
Come to me.
Yes.
Now, why is this rose not in the dirt?
This is a rose like none else. It doth not need dirt. What it needs is love.
Love.
As long as you feel love for some thing, the rose will live and bring you grand times.
Well, shit, I'm fresh out. I have no love in this heart.
Oh my. Yes, I see.
I see a black pit. Oh, this will not do. You must lie down in this dirt.
Yes.
Yes, lie in the dirt.
I shall lie. Not for that thou hast asked, but that I want to.
Sure, yes. Yes, lie in the dirt, yes. Now, you stay here. But
I will.
one day,
One day.
you shall find your heart woke with love. Hold the rose.
I shall hold the rose here.
Now,
How long, though?
one day, I say.
Oh,
Yes.
I see.
Now, or the course of this one day, you shall face things that will tempt you. Do not rise, or you will die. Best of luck.
1 hour hence. Tis I, a fair maid, who seeks to tempt. I shall show him first my butt. Oh,
Nay, I shan't rise.
no, Brad, I see you do rise. Tis well, for this is a good butt.
Nay, 'tis an illusion.
Nay, tempt me no more.
Tis fair, you have won. I shall be gone.
1 hour hence.
Thank you. I am from hell.
Oh no, from hell you say?
I do say. And if you come with me, you may have the food you wish and gold and things you want.
Be gone, dark one. You tempt me so. But I will not rise for you. Not now.
Gold.
No.
Food.
What food do you bring?
Eggs.
Be gone with your eggs.
Hey, sup, I'm Chad.
Hello, Chad, I am Brad. I wait a day with this rose. Did I say hello? Well then at me louder, friend.
I can't get on the ground and force it.
Sup, Brad?
Hey, Chad.
I did kill the hell beast
I saw that. That's
with
cool.
this.
What is that?
Yes, what is it?
You tell.
Let me think.
Oh, good.
Tis a pick for ice.
Oh, the good old ice pick killed the bad guy there.
Ice pick's one word.
Alright, then Ryan says it in.
Who are we both out? Because we both said
No, he said pick of ice.
pick of ice.
Oh, yes. The old kill the bad guy with the pick thing.
Yeah, did that. So, I want that bud
My rose? That bloom? But Chad, no. I can't give you this rose, for it is my key to...
And they did talk for 2 hours.
Ours is a diphthong, friends.
So the gist is, it has now been 1 day.
Chad,
Well,
I
fine.
have 5 minutes. No, 5 minutes.
I have 5 time things.
Ah!
The sand slip.
The day's close doth draw near.
Chad, pluck my bud.
Well, just for that you had asked.
Pluck me, Chad.
Lots of bees on this.
Yes. Oh, pluck me.
Well, my dear Brad,
Yes.
though you did lose the rose ere the time was up, you still pass, for you found love.
So,
I told you the rose would bring you grand things. Your life together. God.
Your life for ere long shall be of one happy. Good stuff. I now say you man and wife. Oh, man and man? Man, yes. You man. Oh, Brad! God,
It was a long day.
oh, Ben.
Chad. I love you. You pluck me so well. Kiss me, my lover.
You smell good.
Thou dost want a kiss? That's lit, fam.
Friends, in case you didn't notice, I'm Opal. My sister's Jade. Together we do a naughty body singing comedy show. We've got one more show today at 6:30 over at the Red Lion Tavern in Spain. It's going to be absolutely filthy. Come play with us 6:30 at the Red Lion Tavern, Spain. Cheers, friends.
So, before you guys go, we're going to do a finale right now, which is a brain-melting thing called Scene in Reverse.
Ooh.
It's awful, but so much fun. So if you could stay for the last 3 minutes of the show, that'd be awesome.
If you can't, you could also throw dollars at us. We love
Yeah,
that.
you can also just bring some money down to donate after watching the whole
We're
fucking
not
show.
too proud to take your money thrown at us.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll even like put in my notes.
50s go anywhere. Hundreds go backstage.
Thank you very much, you guys. What? It is Divisible by 3, so we appreciate that. All right, so scene in reverse. But before we do that, this is the part where we say like, hey, this is what we do for a living. So if you enjoyed the show, give us some money. And before we do all of that, let's bring out the poster girl and you can see what you can get for your money. Now, kind folk, for those of you who do donate $10 or more to Santa Fury, you get your choice of two of these four fabulous frameable collectible posters to
Testicles
And the sack of rose. The tale time to select this.
A love story with a bitter end.
Oh, they know death.
It's not what you think.
It's worse.
And our brand new poster to Hamilton.
Okay. It's a cheesy Danish musical. Dost thou wish to be in the womb where it happened?
The womb where it happened.
The womb where it happened. Angelica.
Eliza.
And Peggy.
No, Peggy. Different show you're thinking of.
Yeah, but you'll be back.
Yeah. Anyway, so grab a poster, 2 for $10. We also have the different flags that we mentioned earlier. Boobies, penis, anything. We have anything on a flag.
Somebody asked for it and they keep selling, so I don't know. Yes.
I don't know. Anything else? Do we still have more flags, or like we sold it? So we got lots of stuff. We have buttons that say various and sundry things on them. Some of them are dirty, some of them are not. And of course, brand new, the Sound and Fury toothbrush. For reals, it is a bamboo toothbrush with soft bristles. They are individually wrapped to be clean. They have our logo on them and the words,
"You've had worse things in your mouth."
So come grab one of those. Our poster girl Christina will be over there at the corner of the stage after the show with all this and a lot more.
Oh, scene in reverse.
Scene in
Oh my
reverse.
God.
All right, so what we're going to do to make this happen is we're going to do a brief, neutral, meaning like it's not going to be a genre or anything else, just a brief, neutral scene, forwards, about a minute long, not longer than that. And then we are going to attempt to do that same scene in reverse. Now, we won't be speaking backwards, so if the scene ends with "I love you," we're not going to go, "You love I."
I literally thought that we weren't even going to do the scene forward the first. I thought we were just going to do a scene in reverse without a.
Oh, we could.
Without having done it first.
That's more of a brain melter.
We've already done it.
All right, so wait. Now I guess we can ask them. Do you want to see how well we can remember a scene if we do it forward and then in reverse? Or do you want to see us create a scene from reverse?
First one.
You want to see us try to remember?
Yes!
Or create a scene?
That won by a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So what we will do, we will get from you the last line of the scene.
Or you mean the first line?
No, the first. Okay, it'll be the end. How does the scene? If we're running forward, how does it end? What is the last line?
Happy birthday!
What did he say? You are gone.
Happy birthday!
You are gone. You are gone.
And we're starting at the end.
We are starting again, so that's going to be the first thing out of someone's mouth.
You are gone.
I can still make it. I'm sure I can. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Oh, it hurts so badly.
That is because this ice pick. No.
Oh! Who's that?
Oh. Assassin that I've never met before.
They call me the ice pig.
This has been a lovely day.
I go and use your killing methods on him, for he has cheated on me. I will undo him.
Now we walk in the park.
Soon the assassin will arrive, and I will have my vengeance.
You are the love of my life, and nothing bad can happen today.
Oh, thank you for seeing me. I was worried. I thought you were through with me. Knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock.
I have sent him a message, and he will arrive here soon, thinking that the lover he has been cheating on me with will break up with him.
I can't do this anymore. I know that we love each other so much, but I have something to tell you. That was a good sleep, but
You look troubled.
I am.
I have snuck in through the window.
Well, my life is so complicated. But tomorrow, everything's gonna change.
And see.
In reverse?
No, that was reverse.
No, but I'm saying, do we do it forward?
But I mean, double reverse.
Do you want to see it forward? Give the people what they want.
My life is so complicated. But tomorrow, everything's gonna change.
Wait. I have snuck in through the window.
That was a lovely sleep, but listen.
You look troubled.
Yes, I have something I need to tell you. I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry.
I have invited him here to the house of the lover he's been cheating on me with, and he thinks that he's going to break up with him.
Knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock.
You?
Thank you for seeing me. I was worried that you didn't want to talk anymore. I was worried that
You're the love of my life. Never asked me what I'm reading, though.
It doesn't matter, so we take a walk in the park.
You called? The ice pick is here.
Go kill him with your methods.
Ice pick will kill him.
Literally, nothing bad could happen today.
Our life is so wonderful.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Who's that? They call me the ice pick. For reasons. Shame.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts. I think I can hold on.
Oh.
I think I can hold on.
Now you're gone. What happened? I blacked out.
I think that's the only. It's been harder doing it forwards than it was doing it
Yeah.
backwards. Not if we were expecting to have to do that again. That is our show, folks. Before you get up and go, we'd just like to say, if we brought a smile to your face,
And a twinkle to your eye.
well then, hey. Give us money. Seriously, guys, this is how we earn our living. If you enjoyed the show, come down, buy some of our stuff, throw money in our bags. We have PayPal. You can scan that, or you can just walk out and not make eye contact.
Come see me and Brad at Jukebox Trainwreck. We're obviously off next Thursday for Thanksgiving, but we'll be back on every Thursday.
That's a shame, because I hate Thanksgiving. I would have gone. Come do my escape rooms down here at the fair. They're fun.
If you want to get sweaty in your bedroom with me, I offer personal training remotely.
Anyway, if you're wondering what's an appropriate amount to donate, we have a handy-dandy sliding scale. It goes like this. $1 means I saw the show. That's the people who just left. $5 means I like the show. $10 means I love the show. And $20 means I had sex with the show. So please come down and have sex with the show, because you'll actually get a button that says I had sex with the show, which is great for amusing your friends or confounding your parents. So go do that. We love you guys. We'll be back. I was going to say tomorrow. I love
Next week.
Next week.
Friday.
Next week on Friday. Thanksgiving Friday. We hope you'll join us for that. If not, we'll see you next year. We hope. I'm Richard.
I'm Clayton.
I'm Brad.
And I'm hung like a horse.